Hi guys, it's Amy from Nail Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with a nail polish haul, or as this video should be titled, Amy has no self-control. Yeah, I just put up a nail polish haul a few weeks ago, but things happened. I literally, if I see a pretty polish, I want it. I need to probably rein myself back in a little bit, but I just can't. I went to TK Maxx for the first time since post-lockdown, got very excited. Polish pickup, Hella Handmade Creations and a D-stash. Later, and we're here with another haul video. I'll go with TK Maxx first because, as I mentioned, that is where I've been. There is one near my work, which is dangerous. We've started to go back into the office a little bit, so I thought I would pop down and mosey on and see what they had. And they had a lot. I was really surprised. Some of these I've never heard of before either, so we will start with those ones. Every single polish in there, they were all £4, $3.99. I picked up 3 Essie Gel Coutures. I don't really follow the Gel Couture release, so I don't know when these came out. I would say 2 of them may have been maybe holiday because they are these beautiful shimmer repolishes. I think I only own about 3 or 4 Gel Coutures, so they are quite new to me as well. So the first one that we have is this gorgeous glowy blue, and it is called Front Page Worthy. So I will insert a close-up, of course, for all of these polishes, but this is, like I say, it looks to be a bordering on metallic, shimmery, glowy indigo. Very excited about this one and the next one. These, when I saw them, I was like, these are right up my street. They just needed a little bit of a shake up, a little bit of love, and they will be ready to go. So like I say, I don't know where or when, but they're mine now. The green equivalent is called Jade to Measure, and again very similar, where you have a green base with a green flash to it. Again, almost bordering on metallic. I would imagine these two came out in the same collection just because they are so similar in finish but just different colours. So yeah, I'm excited to try those and to expand my Gel Couture collection. The last one I ummed and ahed about, this one is called Zip Me Up. Now this sort of colour from Essie I've not had the best luck with. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what is that polish called? You all know it. You're all shouting it at me. I had to dig it out. Gelato. Look how that's separated. I have bad thoughts from Gelato, where it was such a milky finish. So I'm hoping and praying this one is slightly better. So Zip Me Up is a pale green base, but what really drew me in is there appears to be like a bluey flash to it. And that's what really kind of sold me on it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a good solid try. So I know it's going to be 3 coats, but I'm just really hoping that it looks great. So that one there was Zip Me Up. Then they did have some from the China Glaze Sesame Street Christmas collection from last year. I think it was last year anyway. So I just picked up the one. I wasn't excited by the collection as a whole. However, they did have the Elmo shade, so I decided that I would pick that one up. And I haven't actually got any with the Sesame Street caps on it. So that's kind of, why I came to this decision. I was in an excited moment. So this one is called Living in the Elmo-moment, and like I say, red base with a ton of silver holographic glitters. There's so much in there. It's a proper Christmas holiday red with glitter. So I'm excited. I love the caps. They're great. So like I said, that was what I got in TK Maxx. I know some people had said that their TK Maxx had everything in bags. Mine was very strange, where some things were in bags and some weren't. So some polishes were in like security bags, I guess, so you couldn't touch the actual product. And then other polishes like these 4 were just out. So I don't really know what the logic was. Maybe they started doing that and they realised it wasn't going to work. I'll be going back soon, I promise. I then have a little bit of PR. This is actually very exciting. I have a gift from Essie. They sent me this because it was National Friendship Day at the end of July, and they asked of people what was their favourite Essie shade, and they would love to send them out to people. So I decided to pick a classic, iconic shade that is embarrassing that I don't own. So this is Mint Candy Apple. I don't know why I don't own this. This is literally one of the most iconic shades in Essie history. It's a beautiful mint cream. I'm very excited to finally own it now, because the embarrassment of people going to me, how does that compare to Mint Candy Apple, was just about getting too much. So I do have it, and thank you so much for Essie for sending that over. I really appreciate it. We will do Hella Handmade Creations next. So I had 3 that came to me this morning actually. I was kind of holding out for these to come if possible. So the first one, if you watched one of my last hauls, you will know that I had a breakage my daughter threw this polish on the floor immediately as I got it last month, and the ladies were so lucky and they had a spare bottle for breakages that they allowed me to repurchase it, so I did pay for it twice, but it's worth it. So this one is Earth, and this one is by Ethereal Lacquer, and it's just a greeny blue linear holographic, like the Earth in hollow. So you're going to get those blue flashes for the sea, the green for the land. I'm so glad to have it. I'm not going to let anybody near any of these, and I realised that this looks like, I don't know, it's kind of a mess on camera, but this is an organised mess, trust me. So that one was Earth from Ethereal, and that originally was January shade. I then have two, which I think were both from June. So the first one is Bluebird lacquer, and this one is called Hail to the King. Now I have maybe two other Bluebird lacquers. They were originally called Loo It Yourself. Then I think I have one Loo It Yourself, one Bluebird, and this is my second one. So she's doing a theme of birds, which is very apt, and this was based on a kingfisher, I want to say. It's gorgeous. It's a blue, looks to be like a royal blue jelly base, and then there is tons of like shredded larger glitters in here, flakes probably actually, and the flakies are a little bit opalescent. They are green, they are blue, they are purple. Looks to be all these really royal jewel tones in the blue base, so I'm very excited, and I'm trying to expand some of the indie brands that I own and try some new ones, so that's definitely a good way to go. We have Rogue Lacquer. Rogue's theme is London at the moment, so quite close to where I am. So this one is Wimbledon, which is obviously our famous tennis competition, which didn't take part this year, I don't think. I don't think anything really happened this year, did it? And this is a grass green base, and then there is a ton again of large flakies in here. The bigger the flakies, the actual better is what I like to say. And these are similar again to the Bluebird lacquer one, where they are kind of like an opalescent look, as well as being some large green ones as well. I have a big love for Rogue lacquer, so as any chance I get to get them, I take it. So that one there was Wimbledon, and that was the 3 Hella Handmade Creations that I have. D-stashes. I did have one from Fiona, who does the Hella Handmade Creation in the UK for us. So thank you so much for Fiona for doing that in the first place. And I picked this one up in her D-stash she was having. So this is another Ethereal, and this one is Slytherin. I like Harry Potter polishes, if you probably know that by now. Haven't got any in a while, and when I saw the opportunity to try one of the Ethereal house polishes, I thought I would take it. And again, I love large flakies. This is a green base with green to blue duochrome flakes in there. So very excited. However, I have a feeling in my mind there's someone who released a houses collection recently did one that was like top coats and base coats. So I'm now thinking, was this it? And like, it's going to be very sheer. Maybe. I need to play around with it and wear it. But anyway, that was Slytherin by Ethereal, and all indies will be linked down below. I picked up 3 Dollish polish from the Facebook nail polish pages. The first one is Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. My husband's going to kill me because he loves horror films. This is definitely a horror film reference. I don't know which one. It's not Nightmare on Elm Street. It's one of the other ones. One of the other iconic ones. I'm really bad. I don't like scary films. But this is gorgeous. It is a blue Crystal Lake kind of colour, and then there is glitters, but the glitters are enormous. There's some large round circle glitters, there are smaller circle glitters, and then there's these like pinky ones. So the pink and the blue, again sensing a theme here. Amy loves pink and blue, red and blue. It's my combination, so I'm excited to try that one. That was Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. Then have a We All Float down here, and I know that that one is an It reference. I'm on that one. And this is a white Crelly, and white Crellys have my heart. So it is white with red triangles, yellow triangles, white circles, purple circles, blue squares, and then there is black, white and red micro glitters. So you're kind of getting the Pennywise kind of colours in there, and I love that there's a few funky different shapes, so it's not all just the hexes. So I think that one was a not every month is Halloween. I felt like that was really wrong when I was saying it. I feel that that one might be, but I'm not 100%. I do have a few of the Every Month is Halloween polishes. They're a really funky series that Dolly has been doing at Dollish for a long time. I really enjoy them. And the last one is Beer and Brats at Citi Field. Oh, Citi Field, I want to say that is. And this is from New York Polish Con 2017. Did they do 2 New York Polish Cons? Did they know? I was just thinking that I was in America about 4 weeks after PolishCon New York, and was that 2017? Because that feels like only yesterday, and that's not possible. Was it 3 years ago? Must have been. I actually have a PolishCon bag here because I was with Jess. Story, side note, I was with Jess about 3 weeks after PolishCon, so she picked up some polishes for me, and she put them in the PolishCon bag, so that's why I have that there. So I feel like I kind of went, but I definitely didn't, but that was the year that Jess vended, and like I say, I was there a few weeks afterwards. I love this combination, and I was kind of after some of the PolishCon ones from Dollish from a while, just because this is blue and bronze, which is another one of my favourite combinations. Yes, I have a mid-tone cobalt blue with a ton of micro glitters, which are bronzy, like an orange, copper bronze, orange bronze. So yeah, that one was, I think it's Citi, Beers and Brats at Citi Field. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So the last ones are from Polish Pickup, and this is my rewind order. I did order from the UK website, and just one thing that I wanted to say is that I don't know if people who don't use the UK website are aware, but our polishes are more expensive on the UK version. So each bottle here, so I paid essentially $8 more for these than people did in America, because each bottle is $2 more. We have it all priced up in dollars on our website when we're doing it. So for every bottle, it's $2 more. I also think our shipping is a tiny bit more expensive than I remember it being in the past. So therefore, though much I love Polish Pickup and I appreciate that we have the UK version, $8 more for the same bottles that people are getting in the US just seems like a lot, to be honest. And I know that some of that will be for shipping, but I kind of think the amount of the size that box must be that comes over, and each bottle is $2 more. I feel like the shipping can't be that expensive, but maybe I'm living in a really naive world where I just don't know. But yeah, and also some other UK people had started saying to me, do you not think it's getting a bit expensive? So it's not just me, that it's just a bit of a general consensus. And also I don't think that some of the US makers know that their polishes are more expensive on the UK website. I don't think they're aware of that from also some comments that I'd received. So I just want to kind of put that out there, just because I've been having these conversations in the background with people where I kind of feel like everybody should know that. And with saying all that, let's look at what I picked up. So I got 4. I actually picked up 3 brands that I'd never tried before, which is kind of what I was saying earlier. I'm trying to try new things. But one brand that is tried and tested to me is Pahlish, and this one is Al Ula. I was gutted when I missed this one the first time around. It's a periwinkle blue colour, and then we have a ton of the opalescent, pearlescent, whimsical flakies. So a real pastel dream with the pastel blue with the pastel flakies in there as well. So I'm really glad that the ones that came back did, and also a lot of the ones that I had picked up came back already, so I obviously picked some of the best ones from the year, just saying. We then have one from Necessary Evil, and I've been looking at these because these do also do Handmade Creations, so I have been looking at this brand for a little while now. This one is called Protection Spell, and I believe this was also a Stranger Things reference, but following on from what I've said in previous videos, blue and red, this is the combination for me at the moment. I absolutely adore it. So it is a royal blue base, and then we have a ton of red red metallic glitters in there. There is some shredded, there is some squares, there is some micro glitters, but they are all in a small to medium size. So very excited to try the brand and to get all that blue and red on my nails, because we should just swiftly roll straight on that I had to, of course, pick up Cadillacquer's Parade, which was the other one that everybody and their mothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, brothers was after. And this is kind of a reverse of the one that I just showed you, and this is red with the micro glitters that are blue metallic. The blues in this are more of a lighter denim-y type blue in the red base, but this is just stunning. So that one there was Parade by Cadillacquer, and yes, that was my very first Cadillacquer. The last one here we have is from Red Eyed Lacquer, and this one is a Blub Blub Blub, and this is a light blue base with a ton of duochrome flakies in here, and the flakies go from a green to a purple. I saw tons of swatches of this which just looked so good, and again I think when this month happened I was only grabbing one, and like with things I've just said, I can't justify just buying one from the UK website. I do need to buy kind of 2 or 3 to make it all balance out and be worthwhile. So very glad again that this one came back. I got lucky. I got everything that I wanted, and it was pretty much the ones that I was hoping that came back did. So I did well in Rewind for sure. So I will link all the names of the polishes, all the indie makers, everything down below for you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know what you've been picking up recently, and I will see you soon.